You look ripped on stream.
My weird posture, I suppose. But here we are. MIBR versus Complexity. The first map will be Mirage. We'll see if MIBR can keep their focus and turn their losses around to W's here in ECS.
This push by Complexity. Ooh, the 3 underpass. Fallen smartly falls back. Not giving them any kill. And just like that, everybody's going to work this A-bomb site in middle. Kills are going everywhere.
Well, this is a weird pistol round, isn't it? Not the kind of duel you normally see. MIBR not necessarily in position to capitalize on the information from Fallen. Third missing the shot. He was dropped to P250. And now we've got the final 2 players coming in. Fallen and Tarek versus 4 of Complexity. 3 players heavily tagged. So this could turn around quickly, but aiming for the head, they might not be so lucky to hit the chest. Get that one bullet in. There's a boost over the smoke. Fallen doesn't see it just yet, looking to clear CT. In the meantime, the bomb hasn't committed just yet. Oh, Tarek, you may see all of it. There's a first player. Got to be careful now. He's down to the burst fire. 2 bursts, 3 bursts, 4 bursts, but no kill. 180 from Fallen. Again, they were in the red. Almost dead, but not quite. And the numbers game will win out for Complexity.
Interesting move in that 2 on X situation. MIBR. I thought actually Tarek was going to go B. I was like, oh, Complexity is completely biting this fake. And it's going to be a free bomb plan B, but Tarek's trying to swing back, help out Daddy Fallen. Pay off.
Got to be careful now. He's down to the burst fire.
Push middle.
2 bursts, 3 bursts, 4 bursts.
Map control.
No kill. 180 from Fallen. Again,
MIBR coming off a loss at IM against Energy. So, Probably playing with a little ferocity, like they want to win, because what better to do than lose on land than win an online match?
Is Janko here? Where's Janko?
He doesn't normally seem to bother with the online matches, it seems.
Wow.
But that said, he has been traveling as well, so I don't know if he was on location, but I know he is, although he said that the coach setup wasn't the most ideal situation for him. And indeed, he is not. It seems he will concentrate on the big matches. Maybe reviewing the tape that we have from the week's proceedings over in Chicago. For Alone, plenty of time for him. It seems they have a good idea as to where he might be. He's got no Kevlar, so he's got to be quick. Aim punch will be too great, however, as much as it's been reduced, which was a fantastic change. Shows good attention to detail for developers as well, that they're looking at all the aspects of the game. Apart from drawing on the map, of course, because I still can't do that, Valve. I wonder, like, the more I spam them about it, maybe the higher up on the list it will go. So I'll make a nuisance of myself and be like, guys, we've got to get this guy off our back.
Why don't we as leagues ban the CZ? If they won't take out the game, why don't we just ban it ourselves?
Because I guess it's really hard to enforce that universally. Then you have the majors, and then they're going to say no. So, because I mean, the pro players or the pro scene is marketing for the skins in the game as well, which is, you know, a source of revenue.
I don't want to hear logic.
I'm sorry, so sorry.
You
Please
sound way
me.
too smart. Just take it out of the game. Take it out.
You could.
That would have been a good question. I think it's come way too late, unfortunately, Dan, because when we had the French Revolution, if you will,
It's going way back. Let's go.
when the CZ was being exploited to its maximum, I really feel like the weapon cost people championships and was like a wart on the face of Counter-Strike.
But if we know what's wrong, aren't we supposed to fix it?
So, like, back then, it would have been a worthy question, because it was just ridiculous.
Well, if you take that example, it's like lead and paint. Why not just leave lead and paint then? Killed many people in the past. Well, you prevent it from the future, right?
That is a question. Maybe not for me to answer. Well, Complexity have 3 players remaining, and the bomb has been planted. MIBR are very well equipped with these AKs, and seems that Complexity will hold on to what they have, turn tail and run. The Dargon Law of Shazam will be held on to. Now, will they be fighting with these weapons again? The SMGs, I guess they'll have to. Which will make things awkward for more rounds to come. Terrorists have indeed won.
Yes. It's always nice to save some guns, isn't it? Save some guns. Life is good. You get another go. It's another try. It's another attempt at glory.
Glory.
And this raid also a reset of your opponent's economy. And that said, they do have a nice amount of cash in the bank. Tarek with the top mid smoke on counts. That's how I was taught to throw it. Now, see if they can take mid away from the CTs. There's not too many nades here actually from Complexity, because their economy is not amazing. It is less than amazing. Less than average.
Because they got 2 kits as well, so I like that.
CTs do look poised to challenge middle, though. Position around connector window, catwalk, waiting for MIBR to push further forward. Resmoke comes in, Pete comes in. Shaz can't connect. Perhaps he needs to restart. No, that's a terrible joke, never mind.
Bloody hell. It's not even the worst one you made this week.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awkward for Stanislaw, but he gets a second attempt off. Why is no one turning around and focusing on this? They should have all been dead. That was so bizarre.
Too much damage has been done because of that as well. Standard free reign and a better angle for Fallen. He gets to see the body of Shazam first. He's not going to fall and mess that one up. So we've got a 1 versus 2 after clutch here, looking to get the bomb down, but it's very difficult. Goes for the fake, tries to catch one of the 2 players. If he's able to get this guy and mark it, he can run to the A bomb site, and it's Fallen. Of course, he hits that one, and he's going to go and do a runner. But it looks like Android may. Did he hit the footsteps, Fallen? I'm not sure that he did. Otherwise, he'd have his knife out at this point. But he's going for the double back, which is actually the move to make. Will he realize where to cover? He can pick positions. If he's unsure, he can pick a good position that will cover all of his bases. And that's what he's doing, going down to short. And he suggests, the plant suggests that he's in maybe apartments as opposed to short.
Android was there too quickly, so I don't think he saw him hop up on Van. But doesn't matter. I don't think he saw where the bomb was at just quite yet, so he didn't have an idea where Fallen could be.
What a beast.
Do you plant? Yeah, that plant is good for apartments and or catwalk. Fallen playing the angle smart, trying to take as many shots as possible with that such low HP.
That's so cool. It's a good thing to remember as well, if you want to add the extra element of deception in, if you're in a spot like a 1v1, put the plant in a place which suggests certain defensible positions that are very strong for that plant, and then just go somewhere else entirely.
Mind game.
Yes. Cold Zero. He should be good for this. That's a beautiful catch. Will eventually get taken down, but the damage has been done.
It appears he has done his job.
Nice.
Or has he? Android still alive with 25 HP. Narrowly escaping the target. Tarek jumps up and finishes off the job. Another 1 versus 1, but he's barely tagged. And now Complexity will be back on the buy, but kind of weird. Android's got the money for an AWP, but nobody else does. So there will be no AWP. A key victory for both these teams. Both these matches are. These are big games for both these sides. Everybody wants to make it to Texas. Beef, freedom, guns, shooting ranges, namely. Tanks, giraffes, yes, even giraffes in Texas.
Zebras. Hello. Stewie, you cheeky man.
Him walking away very pleased with himself, like a cat who just caught a mouse.
Turns his back to explosion, that's for sure.
The fade away.
Just like that. MIBR up 1 person deaf. Feeling pressure to make moves, trying to find information. Voice in the back of his head to say push Palace. Didn't listen. Flex is in a very tough spot. Yay, especially. Getting surrounded by MIBR players. Take out for around the ramp. Shazam, though, getting Cold Zero and Tarek. And just like that, what round looked like almost a gimme for MIBR. Complexity just steals it, takes the rug, and just rips it right under them.
I've never seen a player on Shadow maneuver so much and reposition so much. He was down here, well, he moved into the Shadow position, then moved in towards the headshot position close to Tetris, then moved back towards Shadow, then went up the ladder, then down the ladder again, getting kills all along the way. Pretty awesome from EA. And then MIBR will buy within the last bits of cash that they have. They had to sell everything. Visit to the pawn shop indeed as well. So if they lose this one, it's going to be bad, real bad.
I'm wondering on their sound situation, because this is like the second round we've seen in the 6 rounds where MIBR kind of like ignored someone completely. The one round was Catwalk, stands off with AWP in that round. Yay.
Speaking of ignorance, he's made a mistake. Much faster round from MIBR, maybe used to the slow style, but every now and then it'll change. Charging through, perfectly timed. Shazam can't reload his gun in time. This is an absolute slaughter. Complexity on the conveyor belt into the abattoir, leaving Stanislaw alone. Take one in the face as well. That is a violent response.
But what's going on with EA? He ran out completely exposed to connector, knowing that no one in his team has mid, cat, or connector. So that seems very strange, because that's when the defense started to topple in. When you lose a player like that in that fashion, it's just like a stack of cards falling down. Everyone gets wrecked.
Oh, again!
What?
Bop. Bop in heads. Bop in heads.
He's warmed up.
Stewie's mad.
Bimmy bop.
Never makes Stewie mad.
Eating them alive. He's a great player to watch when it comes to understanding how to tackle the solo B antics and just pressuring the B players, especially in rounds when there's mid presence, and so the cat players probably pulled away from B, and then Stewie would get a 1v1, and sort of how he bullies that player and the angles he takes and the pacing and so on. Watch his demos if that's kind of something that you want to learn. Stewie's pretty good at that.
Ding dong. Yay, angry about the connector situation. He'll do something with the USP. MIBR looking strong at the moment. Obviously, these will look dominant as a USP round, but these can play off into the rounds to come. 3 rounds in a row for MIBR. They start to reach the $10,000 mark in terms of money. And that's going to be a problem for Complexity. They will need to string maybe 3 rounds in a row together just to put MIBR towards the eco, and by that point, the loss bonus will be rising, so it's probably even more plants, more rounds, more buys to come, sorry, from MIBR. So this is a strong position. They should be aiming for a 10-3 at the moment, MIBR.
Very impressive score. Lexi playing pretty head middle, 2 catwalk push out, the double nade middle. Will hit nothing. As for MIBR, ramping up for this A take. Here's the Molotov. I like that one. I don't know where it went. I think they missed. Yep. Supposed to go on top of default. Do the head stack there.
Oh, wow. Oh my god. That's amazing from Def, and that is so much more than you could ask of him in that situation. The ninja spot. But the bomb will still get planted for MIBR. Cold Zero on all of 3 HP, looking for a player to peek from the stairs. Fallen jumping past. Spotted. Running distraction. Cold Zero needs to get 1 kill out of this at the very least. Look at them walking. Such an unusual situation, and now that might be it. Does he go for damage? Well, of course he does. They've got so much money. Spraying through the smoke, they go back, they're lining up really. What is that?
What?
Fallen? What is wrong with you? What? Oh my god, that's an ace as well. That is absolutely ridiculous. The rounds we've seen so far, the AWP and that. What? Oh, he saw the leg, he saw the knee, got flashed. Look where he gets blind. And he transfers to him and told him. He didn't see him at all.
That's very weird.
He's a god. He is an absolute Counter-Strike god, one of the absolute greats, showing exactly why right there. With a rifle, with an AWP, doesn't matter. Def doing some tagging. Def, no stranger to scout play. Oh my god, they want him dead, and so he will be dead. But he's created a spot where 2 players will die from 1 deagle bullet, so those deagles are effectively AWPs, especially in the hand of androids. He's got an amazing deagle. His first bullet aim, his accuracy is really, really good. And that's what you need with the deagle. It's all about the accuracy, except at that range. And now things get awkward. They found their way through to the B bomb sites. Fallen leads to charge, the only person with health. And we will see Complexity slowly but surely move towards their position, collecting guns as they go. AK is now held by them. This is very scary for MIBR.
No Kevlar though for Complexity. That is a key difference for on the flank from the back. There's one taken out. Spots 1 more at the very least, maybe 2. 2 versus 2. Quick peek from Fallen. Trying to line up a flashbang. Tarek pops out. Crouch peek from him. The flash did go beyond these players. And there is a second frag from Tarek. 8-3 for MIBR. And, well, now Complexity are at maximum loss bonus. But again, MIBR's money continues to grow and grow and grow. Fallen 15 for 3.
Yeesh.
think 9 of those kills came in 2 rounds. But the scoreline is very good for MIBR. Nobody mid for them, as Ye might identify, at least aggressively. They can still be holding it from the entrance to the apartments. Molotov in B apps. And Stewie is looking for more one-taps.
Love the one-taps. Shazam. Just looking around, trying to find a kill. Being very aggressive, being very peaky. But so far, MIBR giving him nothing. Zero here is lining up for the window and door smoke by Fallen, so there's going to be a little B-fake here. It's going to provide as Complexity starts to over-rotate at least 2 people, so this fake is going to go very well and be hit now.
Quick bomb plant, reading that nobody is in CT. Yeah, he's going to get there before Stewie can pull his gun out, but he can strafe behind the box. Deploying some grenades, yeah, he knows he's there. But he's got no Molotovs, no HEs, just flashes and smoke grenades. His teammate will hold the angle to his right-hand side, and again, Complexity starts to walk in, but Tarek has a superior angle and a 2K for him as well. Keeping an eye on jungle, Stewie picking CT, sees one of the 2 players, as does Tarek. Cold Zero on the flank. And Fallen is making his way through T-spawn. See them in a saving position now. They have all the information, and Stanislaw desperately tries to hold on to one weapon. But there's so much money for MIBR. Tarek flying out. Not much to lose.
The scary thing is it's just so clear and tangible how MIBR are just amazingly good individually. You can see how much work they've been putting in, because Fallen obviously looks really sharp. Stewie looks very sharp. Stewie's been putting in mad amounts of work. I mean, they all have. And so from an individual level, just like looking at this as a contrast to the previous game when you're looking at Rogue, Rogue's a good team, but this is MIBR. It's a world of difference. And it's definitely difficult to deal with. Single orb and that was saved. The only saving grace here in this round. Can Stan find a way to get something going here for the team? So mid-take, successful. They'll leave Cold to lurk by chair. He can catch any rotations from B. And okay, I thought the bomb was going B for a second then, but they're going to go back towards A. That's where the most players are though. The AWP is rotating back to B towards market. So maybe they will evade it for now.
MIBR do have a lot of utility to work with for this A bomb site. At least 2 smokes, 3 Molotov, 4 flashes. Make a lot happen. Stu and Tarek pick up Death. Gaster, Eagle kill, and Stan picking off Fallen. So this is a huge tracking part of MIBR, taken out really early. Just mad Complexity clawing their way back into this round. Man, Tarek is forced to plant, but Android takes out Tarek. Now this looks way too big for Stewie to take over, and just like that, Android takes out Stu. And almost a round Complexity probably should not have won. But I looked pretty in charge the entire round till the very end.
Not bad, not bad. All the smokes into mid there. 3 straight away. Fast moves here from Tarek straight into the connector. Fastest line he can possibly find. Player close though, he's going to find him. Beautiful movement coming in from Tarek. They did not expect this pace. Wrapping around the back here. It's not even going to be mattering at all, because Fallen takes down Ye with the Glock to boost in to try to see something in mid, but it's just smokes. And the remnants of his teammates around him on the floor. They've been blasted into smithereens.
Super fast play from MIBR. Devastating fashion as well. Tarek taken out, just hunting for more and more frags. Stewie getting a little cheeky. Cold Zero and Fallen remain. Now, money is still, well, it doesn't really matter. We're moving into the last round of the first half, and they've got enough MIBR, especially with the win bonus. Fallen creeping, trying to take absolutely everything away. Molly towards the bench. Some pre-fire from Cold. Fallen will probably save the AWP.
He's hungry.
11,000 for him. Stewie can get dropped. And they're golden. 10-4 for MIBR. Again, very key games, both of these matches between these two teams, for both teams to try and make it to land. Complexity can take the odd L here and there, but only one or two.
The creep, the contact. Maybe I'm not throwing in as many smokes in mid. Maybe that's an indication, but maybe not, because in they go. Stewie so fast takes down Android. Stanislaw trying to track, can't quite find the second. And with that very quick frag onto Stan, maybe it's all going to go badly wrong here. Ye does find position quickly, but now the smokes go down, the Molotovs as well. The backstab's in, and there's not too much left now for Complexity to accomplish, as they have to fall back. But it's the last round, so they're going to be trying to play for what they can. And at this point, maybe it's just stats, as winning the round seems out of the question. The flank presence just really baiting. And there it is. Fallen. It's going to finish the half 19-4 on the T side. That's pretty impressive.
Quite something.
That is impressive.
Very impressive indeed. And MIBR really shutting down Shazam. He had no chance to op anything. Every time he had an op, MIBR would do something fast, completely catch him off guard. I think this happened at least 3 times where it happened. So MIBR just so good at working positions on the map. They don't have an A take. They have like 4 different A takes. So like little subtle differences, fast, slow, fakes. They have it all.
Big numbers, top mid for Complexity. 1 kill so far, close to 2 as Fur takes one in the face. No P250s for Complexity. Moving out for an A split now, and Cold Zero is delivering some kills. Another target on the ramp. That's Ye with the bomb. He's isolated. His 2 teammates are in jungle. They got to come back. Another one tap from Cold Zero. Looks like he was on for the ace. And now it's down to Tarek for the cleanup operation. Android and Stanislaw. Don't know where he is just yet. Android needs to cross 1v1. He's got to be careful now. Lining up for a double peek, and Tarek will try to avoid that best he can. Android will, in the meantime, make it to the site itself. Tarek inviting a fragger to come out. The double peek again works out.
I think he was flicking to stand there.
He was.
That is hilarious.
You gotta love those lucky shots. Just feels so good, even though you know that was a little lucky.
The guy in kill must have been like, what? It's like instantly dead before you've even seen what's going on. Oh, a quick play from Fur. You know he loves it. Guy right behind him. Will he check? Oh, he does. He gets it. The CZ. The CZ is so annoying, isn't it? Def falls. I'm not sure which weapon he had. Oh, did he just have a Mac 10 or what was it? What is that on the ground? Yes, a Mac 10. Oh, Stan's coming for revenge. 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 And there it is. Revenge is had. The blood has been spilled. The family's been honored.
Indeed, indeed. Sam's off to make his way towards underpass. Smoke out the window. Hey guys, look at me. Out the window. The Acer's gonna plow over Stu. Fallen gets a shot on Android. He tags the guy in triple as well.
Oh no, someone stop him, please.
He has a chance to get
Oh!
What? What?
He's absolutely on one. He is on one right now. Don't ask me what it is, what that one is, but he's on something. It's crazy. Fallen is murdering everyone.
He's mad.
And it's a shame that Cold missed that Deagle shot. Cold is normally just perfect with those ones, but in the advent of that kill, it's a pretty dodgy 1v2 here for Tarek. He's not got a gun. Don't know that the scout can be collected. Push forwards, he's found a UMP. 15 bullets in it, but bullet in his head as well.
Ammo.
That headshot, I know that's coming up. There it is.
Yes.
Sky's the limit.
Easy. The Scout is fantastic for no scopes. Always has been, really.
Yeah.
Throughout Counter-Strike, different games. I got accused of having blue tack on my screen.
Nice.
Because I was no scoping people for fun.
Fallen is just incredible. What a gamer.
He is.
Mr. Counter-Strike. Oh, he's deaf. Oh, spots the second one. And they run back, maybe thinking there's a stack, but they don't really know.
That's a nice double peek on the B-bomb site. The last funky one we saw from them was the boost under the window, which we saw Hiko attempting in the previous match, but that's another one for MIBR. Another one to look out for, to fear. I feel like Fallen has made the butterfly knife a lot more popular.
Him and Snacks are the two people that stick out to me. The butterfly knives. Snacks always.
Fur's got one, Cold's got one, Stewie's got one. Only Tarek's using a karambit. But I think it's become... Well, I don't know if there was apparently some glitch or something where one would come out faster, like maybe... I think that was a while ago and I think it was fixed, but...
So yeah,
I think Fallen's quick switching has just become iconic, climbing around train, you know. And it just has more of an urgency to it.
Yeah.
The way it comes out versus some of the other knives.
Yeah, I think you're right about the flip knife. The flip knife was like a little quicker, or it came out quicker. I don't know which one.
Something like that, yeah. There was some kind of weirdness going on.
Like a couple milliseconds quicker for some reason.
Someone has crashed, and so technical pause is required.
Good God.
I know all about crashing.
You do.
Turned my PC on today and just everything was broken. Everything was crashing. Completely fine yesterday. Turn it off, turn it on, everything's broken.
We tried to play a game of Counter-Strike this morning. We both queued together. I think the queue popped, he accepted. I didn't have my headphones on. He didn't tell me that it popped. And I got a cooldown for 5 minutes. 5 minutes later...
Well, no, you told me it popped, but you just didn't accept...
Oh, no, it popped, and then I think it popped again or something. I don't know. Something happened, I got a cooldown. Then I put my headphones on, and I accepted the queue. He didn't, so he got a cooldown.
Because you queued, it was a timeout, and you queued without telling me. Because we were waiting for your timeout.
Yeah, okay.
So you should
and then, so I got cooldown, then he got a cooldown, and then his PC just didn't work anymore. He wouldn't boot Counter-Strike. I was like, screw you, I'm going to play matchmaking. That didn't work either. And then I just cancelled it all. It just took too long.
I just ruined everything. Ruined everyone's day. My laptop died recently as well.
Yeah, laptop's dead.
Just powered down. Watching Netflix.
Too much static electricity.
Power down, wouldn't power on again.
Really?
My stuff doesn't really break, unless I break it.
But you use...
Heavy-handedness.
Yeah.
I don't really break
I feel
my
like
own things. I break other people's. Once I walked into... we were in Milan one time, and I accidentally walked into... I was leaving the hotel, and the doors were closing, and I walked into the door and kind of shoulder barged it off the hinges. So it just stuck, and no one was there to see. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to leave now. But when I came back, they had repaired it. So.
The camera saw some strikingly handsome tall guy just run into it, shoulder blade it.
Walk into it all.
Glad you're okay.
I think I must have gotten wrecked by a Windows update or something, because it's the only thing that makes sense.
I don't know. I don't know why that error specifically happens.
Definitely user error, if you ask me.
And then it was like really weird because the like a temporary fix for the crashing was like just switching user accounts, which then led me to believe that the initial user account that I was using was corrupted, because apparently that can happen with Windows updates.
Yep.
And apparently, like loads of Windows updates this year have been breaking things. So
I fear Windows updates, honestly.
it is very
Like when they have those big updates, which are not like a big security update, it's just a big features update. I'm like, I don't need any of these features. I don't even know what they are. I don't care. I just don't need any of this stuff.
It just cuts my FPS.
They keep every version of Windows is a different. They just move the control panel around, makes things harder to find. It's like under new management, let's make everything look a little different.
It'd be cool to have like a performance version which is just like specifically just doesn't get touched. or something. I don't know, like, to be honest, I guess what you'd really want to do is just use Linux or something. Just use Linux.
There you go.
And
there's a solution.
And if you're like, I think if I was a professional Counter-Strike player and playing from home, just to remove the possibilities, even if I didn't know how to set up myself, I'd hire a super Linux nerd to come over and just set up a system and just make it, because Linux is also like more secure, like it's better security as well.
I know you say this, but I don't think you'd do it.
What's that?
I don't think you'd do it.
Definitely wouldn't do it.
You said pay someone.
No,
pay
you
someone
wouldn't
some
do
money.
it. You wouldn't do it.
Going to do it. Set up a
Linux
sick
is
PC on Linux.
It's a whole different beast.
You can't even defrag your machine. What are you talking about?
Defrag my machine. Don't need to defrag my SSD, James. My M2 SSD.
There you go.
But if you did, you wouldn't be able to do it.
I got to say, the advent of M2 SSDs is amazing. The fact that you just like slot it into the hard disk. I hated like messing around with all the IDE cables and trying to like do the cable management. It's like no, you just have to like this tiny little thing, just slot it in there, tighten a little screw. And that's amazing.
And they make those hard drives that plug in your motherboard directly.
Yeah.
Like little RAM chips.
I don't miss the days of hearing my hard drive start clicking.
Oh
click,
yeah.
Click, yeah. Click, 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 click.
The
click.
terrifying sound of a clicking hard drive.
Yeah. I had to retire a couple of those.
It was a lot. It was pretty riskier back in the day if you ever took your plane on, or your computer on planes, because it'd be really bumpy and the old hard drives would just shake those little discs.
Oh, wow.
I really want to see one of those. Like they're so hard to open.
They are.
Because I want to see how it works. Like one I don't need anymore, just little needles and stuff.
You should do it. Do you have one here?
Probably not.
You probably do. We'll find it.
I don't know.
We'll break it apart.
So there is a technical pause. Someone has a computer issue of some description. Looking good for MIBR. Let's have another look at the table. I think we can see the implications.
Bring it up.
Or they look like they're going back into the game. Internet loss. That's not good. Can we go into the
whole team
table? The table. The table. Table. Oh, they're going live. Okay, never
No
mind.
table.
The internet's back just like that. Boom.
Reset.
Internet
But what about
returneth.
the table, James? I'm hearing so much about.
I don't know
Where's
what
this
table
table?
you're talking about.
There's no table. There's a table support in the window of Mirage, but there is no table there. Where is the table?
I don't know about that, but I see Complexity with 3 submachine guns, and they're up 3-0 on the T side, so they're very greedy. Is it worth a round? The upgrade? That's the question.
Are they walking it? They're walking it.
The target is going to push up. Very risky spot.
Where's-
With no head armor, you might get tore up from the floor up with these McDoubles.
Oh!
There it is.
I like how he stops and jumps and then headshots it. That's just too good.
Just like that site is taken, is this a save situation?
I think so. Don't even risk it. You always buy next round.
The window smoked off. Yeah, they're out. That's a wrap.
Oh, man.
Fine. It's your round. We still have a 3-round lead. Can we see the table support now?
Which knife is Fallen using?
You never asked for tables
See?
in game
Table
before.
support. Put 2 of those either side, and you've got table. Oh, there's a table right there as well.
Table? Looks like one of those.
The
I don't know what
table
they're
support.
called.
And some flat pack boxes. Wish I knew people that would flat pack boxes.
What?
They have flat packed boxes.
Where?
It's in the window. Look.
Yeah, it's true.
I wouldn't say they're flat packed,
Those lanes.
as
They're
opposed to
flattened.
flattened.
It's close enough. Okay.
There's no packing there. There's not preparation. That's just a mess.
Give me the knife.
Look at him. He instantly drops a gun for his teammate. What a team player.
Nice.
Top
He's
fragger
got the crimson web.
and a giver. He's a giver.
He's got a maximum spider.
There you go.
Spiderini.
Just about.
Wait, that's your knife.
I have a Karen bit, yeah.
It's we got the same.
Maximum spider, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a reference to Marvel vs. Capcom. Ooh, complexity. They're considering it. The Molotov comes out. Cold Zero briefly flash. You'll see a shadow. He's going to make a play before Shazam sees him. Although Shazam is unlikely to check his location, but as soon as he starts to fire, Shazam wrecked, annihilated, deleted. Stanislaw in front of the entrance to CT, taken out by Fallen. And where is Def? He's on the way. I'm coming, boys.
Went to the wrong bomb site.
Cold had the great thing about Cold there is that he just had trust in his teammates. He just calls it, and he doesn't reveal his position. And then it's just you just know the round's over at that point. Just being able to hold that position whilst the T's are spread out, it's just too strong. Now he's got the bomb. He's moved to default, and he spotted the last one. And ooh, it's a close one. It'll be Carry to get the frag. It's 12-8. I do find it interesting that Complexity said, okay, guys, contact plays seems to be the way to go here. Although, not so much on A, not as much success as on B. So what do they do now? They have the AWP, so you won't imagine that they'll do it again. Might see more of a default round here, mid-take. Maybe try to take connector or window, go for an A split. Might be something like that, more standard.
Very nice angle from Fur. Wonder if Shazam saw any of it. That's an issue. They're going to press on. That smoke hasn't landed in the right spot. Maybe blocked, I would imagine, by a CT. Stewie jumping past in case anyone else is there. And Fair will start to clean out B apps. Options are limited for Complexity. Android will surely turn away and go towards A soon. Oh, that's unbelievable. But he'll still get the kill. That's the bomb spotted, though, on the radar. Now, MIBR, oh, he's never going to expect Tarek, surely. I mean, he's being very careful. They've got to respect that. He was looking ahead of the position. Why on earth would a second player be there? Well, second player may have just won the round. It's a GG smoke. Elevate his position to try and avoid getting sprayed. Are they prepared for Stanislaw, though? It doesn't seem that they are. Here's a player on short. Oh, the timing. There's a player behind him in the underpass. There's a one tap, and he will get traded. Bomb collected by Ye. Not sure where to go. Has to stand and fight. Running towards B now, and again, it's another surprise because he's not going to expect Cold Zero to puncture his chest. 13-8 for MIBR.
Oh, the money's all gone, isn't it? If they save, just full save one round, they can buy... Actually, they'll have $2,400, so they can buy little bits in this round if they want. But, yeah, looking to get that buy for round 23 going. And Zero on the window peak. Can't find too much from it, so they must be suspicious. Stands in Palace alone, on the lurk. Will he make any noise? Or is his job just to try to get a frag as they rotate out? But also to force rotation out, you have to get some damage. Get some kills on the entry. They're going for a B split here. This seems very... This formation for the T seems very elaborate, considering they have no utility and it's a pistol round.
Yeah, they're just trying to squeeze out many kills, make it as much expensive as possible for MIBR. Game is still relatively close, even though MIBR looks like they're going to just run away with it. If you don't win the round, make it expensive. That's the second goal.
MIBR with passive positions, watching the crawl space from the entrance to B. And with Fur as well. Not giving anything to Complexity, not engaging in the close quarters. A player spotted by Tarek. Player dead. It's an easy solution. Nobody looking through connector, although Fallen's going to have a look, but it's slightly too late. Shazam picked off by Fur. Spots a player in the ladder room. Maybe they get a kill out of this. Moving close to the corner, and it seems Cold will take his place. Surprise! Oh, he's got an AWP. Fur can't really help. Oh, they're going for the knife.
Yeah, that's what I like to
Absolute
see.
liberties have been taken.
That's something you would do, James and Bug.
Do you know what? I wouldn't even do that in that position.
Yeah. You have to be coming from behind to know your knife.
It makes sense with the flashbang, though.
Yeah.
But I like to come out of nowhere. Just emerge from the ether.
Right for the ether. 2 or something.
Hello and goodbye. Standard stuff from Fur. Stewie's been taken out in the meantime. Moonwalking. Def will eliminate Fur. Some pre-fire. Doing good work. Such a common spray angle for T's. Tarek was further away from the corner, but Def will still find the frag. Fighting to stave off match point from MIBR. Spots a player in the window and he continues his charge, but they haven't seen the bomb, MIBR. There's only 2 players left, however. Did he hear the jump through the window, Def? Really selling this. Their rotation is going in his direction. So what ironically looks like a fake or an aggressive lurk, they'll come and join him. They have the numbers advantage. Does Cold go for one? Does he play the bomb? There's so much time on the clock. There's the first kill. You know, another player is lurking. His ass is hanging out, and there's a kill.
It's so weird. I think Cold's spot that? Maybe not.
Look at his rotation for Fallen. He's
spot that.
He's probably got the worst weapon for this now, considering the health of the players. And he has to scope in so early, which means that it's just he has to get lucky in the first kill. I think at this point, we'll see if he can pull something together. If someone's going to do it, it's going to be this guy. Bomb is quite close now, and he has a kit, but where does he find the 2 kills? There's the first spot, and he'll take a nice little nap on the sofa, the couch, chair, whatever it is.
It's a love seat.
It's an ottoman. It's not an ottoman, but I wanted to say ottoman.
There you go.
Well, I guess you said it then.
Yeah.
That was such a weird play by Cold. He did spot Def earlier in the round in the B halls. And then just totally ignored even clearing any of the site. Just hid by the bench area. So awkward.
Another buy for MIBR. 5-round lead for them. For running past the window to the opposite side. I think it's always good if you're not going to engage in mid to shoot the ladder room vent open or the crawl space to give more undetected flexibility to your teammates. As you can see, Cold Zero already in the ladder room. Pop flash towards that connector position. Cold looks to create some space of his own. Not going for the aggressive smoke you would see from a MiHi1 versus Pro, which would allow him to get up to some nonsense behind it. But with that smoke, he will back away. A safe exit for him. Android almost looks like he's looking for the player on the bricks. Sees nothing there. And Fur, just like that, will pop out. Stewie pop flash to allow him to escape. We'll go for another kill, but Stanislaw avoided the flash. Stewie and Connector, they know the trajectory. Dangerous player though, Stewie. Shazam still carrying the bomb.
Nice trades coming out here for both sides. Bomb at the floor, on the floor there by Ticket. Has to be retrieved by these T's. It will be a run made by Def. Stewie on 9 HP, he'll go down eventually. Tarek needs to get a surprise frag from distance. I think they know where he is though. Picking up the AK. 20 bullets in it, that's more than enough to deal with these 2 players. Did he hear he must have heard sound there towards Tetris. Maybe not. He's looking towards every single position here, elevating himself to make sure he can spot anyone on the side. He's trying to walk past the player on the grab. That is unreal. How did he get that? He's got how many bullets? I don't even know how many bullets he has left. But he goes for the hold here, and yeah, he starts easy as you like for him, as he pulls out the kill in the round. And now all of a sudden, the complexity not looking too shabby because MIBR's money's been broken. Where is it going wrong for MIBR?